Okay, let's dive right in. The internet has a few favorite pastimes, right? Arguing about pizza toppings, watching cat videos, and of course, having a collective panic attack about the future. Today, we're tackling one of the internet's most beloved existential crises, a whole thing that got kicked off by one simple and kind of terrifying question on Reddit. So this question comes from a user named illawareness6706. And just take a second and let that sink in. This is the quiet part of every big tech headline. I mean, if everything we've ever called work gets handed over to circuits and steel, what's left for us? What are we gonna do? Now, as you can probably guess, when you ask the internet a question this massive, nuance just gets thrown right out the window. The whole conversation immediately splits down the middle, creating this huge fork in the road to the future. And these two paths, well, let's just say they lead to wildly different places. Yeah, so on one side, you've got the dream. It's a post-work paradise where we all get to be artists, explorers, philosophers, the whole shebang. And on the other side is the nightmare, where we either starve, become servants to the new robot-owning overlords, get hunted for sport, that's a fun one, or we end up as human batteries in a version of the Matrix that is, and I'm quoting here, a bit shitter. Okay, so let's try to be optimistic for a minute. Let's put on the rose-colored glasses and take a little walk down the sunny side of this hypothetical street. What does this utopian post-work future actually look like, according to the hopeful folks in the thread? So in this world, all the boring, mundane stuff is just gone, automated. We're free. We can work on our hobbies, we can travel, we can actually socialize and build relationships, learn just for the heck of it. Users with fantastic names like My Cat is Grumpy and Meow Meow Collier imagine this future where we all basically just become philosophers. The point is, we get to do literally anything except the soul-crushing stuff machines were built for in the first place. And you know, user Firefly Drake really brings this whole lofty idea back down to earth with a pretty brilliant comparison. Just look at retired people. A lot of them find tons of meaning and happiness once they don't have to do the 9-to-5 grind anymore. Now, what if technology could give everyone that freedom, that basic security from day one? All right, I really hope you enjoyed that little dose of sunshine because we are about to take a very sharp, very sudden off-ramp into Miseryville. It's time to check out that other path, the one paved with cynicism and inequality and, well, it's not pretty. So yeah, buckle up. This is pretty much the core belief of the pessimist camp, and Zora the Gala just lays it out perfectly. The argument is simple, and it feels a little too real, you know? It's like, why would the future be any different? The people who own the robots and the AI, they're gonna do what powerful people have always done. Keep all the good stuff for themselves and let the rest of us fight over the leftovers. And from that general idea, the predictions start to get way more specific. User D. Greenbat paints this really grim picture that's straight out of a TV show. We all just become human hamsters, stuck on exercise bikes, pedaling all day just to power the servers for the ultra-rich who actually get to, live. And then you have Bitcoin-operated girl, who just nails the two extremes of universal basic income. See, the dream is that UBI sets you free to follow your passions. The nightmare? It's just enough cash to keep you alive in a tiny, sterile box. You're not starving, but you're not really living either. A very specific and very bleak vision. And of course, the internet being the internet, user K0Loik immediately jumps in with that classic gallows humor. Oh wow, 8-foot ceilings? What a luxury. It's just a perfect reminder that no matter how bad you think things could get, someone on Reddit can always imagine it being just a little bit worse and a little more cramped. Just when you thought we hit bottom, Musings of Randomness comes in with this absolute gem. So the attractive people are pimped out, and the rest of us are hunted for sport. Okay, right. So hunted for sport is now officially on the bingo card. Things are escalating. A lot. So, putting aside the whole being hunted in a futuristic Hunger Games scenario for a second, what are the more, let's call them, grounded arguments? This is where the thread shifts from crazy speculation to a pretty intense debate about the clash between what technology could do and how our economy actually works. So what's the off switch for this whole dystopian future? Well, user Another Yada Yada has a really interesting idea. The theory is that society works right now because we're all kind of divided. But what happens when robots and AI make everybody unnecessary? What happens when we are all in the exact same sinking boat? Suddenly, you can't control the masses when they have absolutely nothing left to lose.
And this is where the conversation gets that classic internet feel. It's not just random opinions anymore, it's opinions that come with links. Somebody actually drops an article claiming that it only takes 3%, just 3%, of a population actively pushing for change to actually overthrow a government. That one little stat just throws a whole new wrench in the works. And then there's this. User Pneuma Emergent just unleashes this epic all-caps rant. The point they're making is that the utopian future is already possible, like right now. The problem isn't the technology, it's the people in charge who have, and I quote, zero interest in using it to help everyone. In fact, they would spend every last penny they have to make sure that never happens. And just as you're processing that incredibly passionate take, user Frack Off slides in with this perfectly dry, world-weary shutdown, basically calling the whole thing a bunch of idealistic chatter from people who have no clue how the real world works. The sudden change in tone is just, it's perfect. So, after that whole emotional roller coaster, where do we finally land? What's the final verdict from our internet jury here? Let's see if they figured out how to wrap this whole thing up.
In the end, it really all gets boiled down to these super stark choices. The future is either socialism or it's barbarism. It's either the amazing post-scarcity world from the culture novels, or it's the gritty corporate hellscape of Cyberpunk 2077. Apparently there's no middle ground, just two doors. Better pick the right one.
But maybe the smartest thing said in the entire thread comes from user Alan Kill, who points out that this anxiety, it's not new at all. Robots and AI are just the latest flavor of a question we've been asking ourselves forever. The big question, what are we supposed to do with our lives? That's been bugging philosophers for thousands of years. Which really just leaves us with one last question for you to think about. When all is said and done, when the tech is here and the dust settles, who are you putting your money on? Our ability to work together and be better, or the guy who owns the robots? The choice, it seems, is still ours to make. At least for now.